There are 3 things that confident men do on dates to create an electric connection every time. And each of these things stacks on the other, so you can't do number 3 without doing number 1 and 2 first. Alright, so we're talking about first dates, and for this video, let's assume that you met this girl recently, asked her out, she said yes, and now it's time to go on your first date together. I'm not going to cover pre-date communication in this video, but if you want my super detailed approach to first dates, you can check out my Dating Fundamentals course linked in the description below. Now, in my humble opinion, first dates are the easiest part of the dating game. Like, you shouldn't feel any pressure at this point. If she agreed to go on a date with you, that means that she sees at least some potential in an intimate relationship with you, which is good. So you should really be feeling all right. Getting the date is the hard part. Having fun on the date, that's the easy part. But for some of you, getting a first date might be a rare occurrence. And my fear for you is that because dates have become so infrequent, you're going to put way too much pressure and stress on yourself leading up to the date. And that pressure, that stress, that's what's going to ruin the entire vibe. Women are seeking confident, relaxed men who know how to have some fun and make them smile. If you show up to the date nervous and all wound up, you're going to put out all the wrong vibes. So how do we relax and focus on building that electric connection on every first date? Well, that's exactly what we're about to cover. Fellas, my name is KJ Harlow, and I'm a men's dating and attraction coach. Like so many men, I too struggled with women, and in 2009, I decided that I wanted to figure all this stuff out. So I spent 10 years learning and studying and testing everything I could to crack the code to this whole dating thing. And everything I'm sharing here with you today is supported by science, by research, and by my own personal experience. If you find value in this content, please support my new channel by liking this video. Now let's dive in. Okay, so the first essential element to a successful first date is establishing yourself as a good guy, not a nice guy. But what does that mean? What's the difference between good guy and nice guy? Well, I covered that in detail in another video, which I'll link in the description below and at the top of your screen. But for now, I'll give you the short and sweet version. My number one wingman Dax used to say that high quality women want a hybrid man. They want a guy who's got a little bit of that dog in him, but that's also under control. Or as I now refer to it, women want a good guy. They want a man with a good heart, but who has a backbone and a bit of an edge. A good guy holds the door, not her purse. He asks nicely, but only once. The good guy doesn't beg or plead. He doesn't ask twice. If people don't treat him the way he wants to be treated, he doesn't hesitate to address it directly. A good guy is not passive aggressive. He is to the point. A good guy demands respect and gives respect. See, the good guy displays gentlemanly qualities, but he doesn't fear disappointing people and feel the need to be overly nice to win them over. A good guy puts his best foot forward, and if it's not good enough for someone else, then fuck him. Good guys are comfortable being assertive, which is good because women want a man that takes what he wants. And that doesn't mean aggressively, but gracefully. Nice guys fear that by pursuing that which they desire, they will offend someone else. Whereas the good guy is polite, he's confident, and unapologetic in pursuing that which he desires. The good guy takes risks and knows when to be bold in the pursuit of things he wants. Nice guys are afraid of taking risks, so they always play it safe. And if we really want to simplify the biggest flaw in being a nice guy, it's this. Nice guys seek to earn trust and approval by being overly agreeable, passive, and conservative. Specifically, when talking about dating or attraction, nice guys make the mistake of trying to make women feel comfortable by being really nice. And being a nice guy will make women feel safe and comfortable around you, but it comes at the cost of losing any hope for a romantic or physical connection. And this leads us to our next key element for a successful first date: building trust by searching for common ground. So the alternative way to make women feel safe and comfortable is by searching for common ground. Think shared experiences, places you've lived, people you know, hobbies, interests, worldviews, tastes in music, places you've traveled, anything you can identify that you and her share in common. Because the more common ground you can uncover, the more human it makes you, the more relatable it makes you, and the more women will start to feel comfortable and safe around you. You don't need to be the super nice and agreeable guy to make women feel safe around you. Instead, search for common ground, and then when you uncover a commonality between you and a woman, use that opportunity to ask lots of questions. Then after you've built enough trust and rapport, you can move into the third and most important element of a successful first date: creating sexual tension. So let's just call it what it is, shall we? Sexual tension is everything. It's the difference between friend zone and no friend zone. It's the difference between date 2 and getting ghosted. It's the key to establishing any type of romantic connection with a woman. If a woman can't see herself being physical with you, the connection will wither and die. But here's the good news. She came on the date, which means she already saw potential for a physical connection. Now it's up to the man to develop that potential into desire. So how do you create sexual tension? Well, I have multiple days of content dedicated to this subject in my Dating Fundamentals course linked below, but in this video, I'll give you the quick breakdown. The first step is entry-level flirting. So you want to use playful teasing, charm, and wit to create banter in place of boring factual conversation. As she begins responding to flirting, you can start escalating by using what I call implied future connection. Implied future connection is when you use quips and one-liners that imply this connection is going somewhere. For example, if you're engaged in some playful teasing and you and this girl are disagreeing about the Beatles versus the Rolling Stones, you could say something like, "We're going to settle this later," or "We're going to settle this back at my place," or, "We'll settle this on the next date." Anything that implies that you two are going to continue seeing each other after this date or interaction. And that presumptive tone also displays confidence. It's the subtle, polite way that a good guy lets a woman know what he wants, whereas a nice guy would never say something that risky. And the final step to creating sexual tension is establishing physical touch. This could be a hand on the knee or shoulder as you laugh or joke together. It could be your hand on her back as you hold the door for her. And if her body language tells you she's open to it, it could be going for the first kiss at the end of the night. But you have to judge her body language and pay attention to her nonverbal cues. Women make it very obvious when they feel uncomfortable, which is why I said in the beginning of this video, all three of these elements stack on top of the other. If you jump to physical touch without building trust and rapport, it's going to feel aggressive. But if you take time to find common ground and engage in some playful teasing and banter, then you can test physical touch with a hand on the knee or shoulder, someplace on her body that's non-sexual. Now, gentlemen, if you need way more guidance than this, if you need help with pre-date texting and communication, where and when to schedule dates, best first date locations, how to flirt, how to tease, I cover all of that and way more in my Dating Fundamentals course. But that's it for this one. Please drop a comment if you have questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.